Fran's sister Sherry learned from police that Smith had been married before to a woman named Janice Hartman. She began combing phone books from towns and cities where Smith had lived. After dialing countless numbers, Sherry located Janice's brother.
I said, what's this about? And I said, I understand your sister was married to John Smith. And he said, yes. And I said, well, so was my sister, and she's missing.
His response was shattering.
My sister's been missing since November of 1974.
New Jersey detectives immediately contacted the police in Worcester, Ohio, where the earlier disappearance occurred. Detectives hunted out the old case files and found it bore a striking resemblance to the current mystery. 17 years before his second wife went missing, John Smith was the prime suspect in the disappearance of his first wife. She vanished days after their divorce became final. Her family blamed Smith, but prosecutors had no proof, and he eventually left the state. The woman's body was never found.
The law enforcement's attentions were raised significantly when it was learned that John had been married to another woman in Ohio. That would be Janice Hartman Smith in 1974, and she had disappeared under very similar circumstances.
By 1997, the FBI's cold case squad, based in New York City, was eager to take a crack at him. Leading the new investigation was Bob Hilland, the former New Jersey patrolman, now an FBI agent, dedicated to solving unsolved crimes.
I knew how frustrating it was back in 91, 92, because there was a lot of work put into that case.
Smith's wives had a habit of disappearing, as did Smith, who skipped town once the local authorities gave up the chase.
He was transient by nature. We didn't really know where he was.
Finding a man named John Smith, the right John Smith, would not be easy.
We kind of had to start from scratch as far as going back and generating a timeline of places he had been, places he had lived, places he had worked, people whom he had known.
I'll tell you where he is.
Hilland tracked down a longtime girlfriend of Smith's in Connecticut.
It's 5:13.
Stubborn at first, she eventually revealed his location, California. Agents located Smith in San Diego and kept him under surveillance. He was working for a custom car manufacturer. They discovered he'd maintained his fondness for sports cars and spouses. Smith had married a third time, and agents were concerned that she would become another victim. In 1998, Bob Hilland led a task force meeting at FBI headquarters in Quantico, Virginia. The plan: to take down John David Smith once and for all.